Hello everybody, it's Jasmine Gonzalez. Quick video blog, I will add it later. This is part one of my trip to Westchester Table Tennis Club in Westchester County, New York. I am to play today. Today's April 10th. Today are the New York State Table Tennis Championships. So I'm about to go there to play there in the tournament, the Women's Open. Like I've said, I don't expect to win. It's kind of ridiculous to think that I can win and smash the competition just because I'm a transgender woman. Whoever thinks that way, it's an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm nervous because it's the first time that I'm going to a place like that, and the first time that I've been playing table tennis competitively in my life. It's my first tournament in table tennis. I used to play table tennis, like I have mentioned before. I used to play table tennis when I was in high school, back when I was going to Colegio Evangélico Capitán Correa in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. That's where I did my high school. I went to a private evangelical school. We had a table tennis table, but it was not your regular, like the ones that you see on actual tournaments. It was one made out of concrete. But that didn't stop me and my fellow students of my class to play there during lunch time, during the lunch break. We had an hour for lunch, and we'll go eat, and then we'll hang out around the table tennis table, and sometimes we'll play games of table tennis. My dad also, I was able to convince my dad to get me a table so I could practice at home. And my dad got me one, a foldable one. It was very small compared to the one that we had in my school, and also the one that it was in our school was bigger. So I don't know if they were the right dimensions for when you play. I don't know if they were the right dimensions when you play regulatory size of the table, the one that we have in my school. I don't remember that. We never did tournaments, and I had some bad habits, so I had to teach myself. Like in the past 3 weeks, I've been practicing with the table that I purchased. I feel like it's more closely to the dimensions that they actually use in tournaments, in legal tournaments. So yeah. So I've been practicing how to serve, how to, just practicing some skills, and I've been fascinated, like I mentioned in my previous video, I've been fascinated by the fact that you can control the spin of the ball. That to me is like, whoa, like that's the physics in there. And as an engineer, I found that super interesting, trust me. But it is going to be an interesting tournament. The best of the best I expect to see there, and honestly, like I said, I don't expect to win at all. Like, and again, this forces a discussion, like, to people that don't like to see trans women in sports or trans people in sport in general. I beg them to consider, because honestly, like for example, for table tennis, yes, I'm strong because I used to lift weights. I still lift weights, even though I'm 46. I still lift weights. But I don't think that what's matter in a sport like table tennis. I think there are skills that matter the most, and that's something that is always left out when people discuss about trans athletes. They always focus on our past as we grew up and all that kind of stuff. And granted, that could be significant in some sports, but how significant it is, and that's a question that we don't have data, we don't have enough research, and just assuming that just because one trans athlete won a competition, that doesn't mean that all trans athletes are going to win all the competitions. So I think it's wrong to make assumptions based on one person. When you look at scientific studies, like if you're going to talk about scientific studies of athletes' performance, you have to look at a long set of data, you have to look at a bunch of athletes. And like one of the things that I did was I look at times in the Olympics. Like for example, one swimmer, the women's gold medalist versus the men that competed in that competition, and her time was better than some men. She could have beaten some men in that competition. So, and she is not transgender. So to say that trans women have an advantage just because we're trans women doesn't mean anything. When you look at a different set of data, like the Olympics, and you look at the fact that that this woman won gold in that particular competition, could have beaten some men. So you have to really question then why people are so obsessed with trans people being who we are, and upset about us participating in sports. So again, it's part of the motivation for me to get into table tennis, because I feel like table tennis, like, I like table tennis, I love table tennis, but I feel like it will force a discussion, like, so in a sport like table tennis, you have to have certain skills to be able to play it, to be able to manipulate the ball. So it's a little bit different. I don't think there's the competitive advantage. So what is that in that sport? What you mean by that? Like people have said, Michael Phelps, he has certain things that he's a natural, certain things that make him a better athlete than most men. So so you have to analyze that, you have to consider that. And again, in any sport, there are skills that you have to learn. Everybody has to train, everybody have to have certain skills. In a sport like basketball, those being trans have an advantage. I mean, like, I don't even think that will cause a lot, because we're talking about team sports in that case. So anyway, but going back, today I'm driving. I expect to be there around 2 o'clock, 1:30. So a little bit nervous, but it will be good. It will be a good drive. It will be fun, and I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, it should be fun. And that's all I got for now. Peace, everybody. I will make more videos on the way there, when we're there. So like I said, I'm a little bit nervous, but hopefully I'll do okay. But winning the tournament, yeah, it's not going to happen. Let's be realistic, it's not going to happen. With 3 weeks only, 3 weeks only of preparation, pretty much, of me playing with my table. I haven't played with anybody, with a human being, in the time that I purchased my table tennis table. Yeah, no. Winning? No, I don't expect that at all. But at least I can say that I participated in a table tennis tournament, and I did something. I always wanted to play a tournament. I did it. I can say that I did it. I totally did it, because I always wanted to play table tennis competitively. So I always was curious to play table tennis competitively. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy. Anyway, peace everybody, stay safe, and yeah, more story to come. Watch out for part 2. Bye.